Read all about it. This is still the greatest music on the radio.
Alrighty, at 8:09 here at WPKY The Tiger, and I welcome into studio this morning Stacey Menser.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm awesome. It's Thursday. I mean, big week for our Tigers. We got commencement tomorrow night. It's just a buzz. 8th grade today at 9:30.
Yes. I don't have an 8th grader yet. She's just 6th grade,
right.
But I'll be doing that in a few years. So.
I've got an 8th grader, so I plan on being there. Yeah.
We need to hurry up then.
No, we're all right.
Get there and get a good seat.
I'll get there. Hopefully my wife will save me a seat. But we're here to talk about, is this the 20th one?
This is the 20th annual Pennington Festival. 20 years, yes.
That is so awesome.
And it's 2 weeks away. June 2nd and 3rd, Friday and Saturday, Butler Lawn, where it always is. We're hoping for beautiful weather this year.
Yes.
Which is definitely going to happen.
Sure it is. It always does.
And we have a great lineup this year, some wonderful performers. And when we started planning the 20th annual festival, we talked about taking this opportunity to invite back some of our favorite performers from the last 20 years. And we've done that. We have the entire lineup are all repeat acts, except we have two new performers who are singer-songwriters who Alonzo Pennington has gotten to know and invited them to come and perform this year. But, we asked people who they enjoyed. We also, as the committee, we went back and invited a lot of our favorites through the years, and we're happy to bring a great stellar lineup to Princeton, and it's all free. Whole weekend of free music in Princeton, Kentucky in 2 weeks. So there's no reason not to come out and enjoy it.
No, and it's awesome. And thank you and the committee for this, Princeton Art Guild. I mean, a lot of people involved with it. But let's talk about this great lineup. And, of course, it starts Friday night, June the 2nd, and it's 6 o'clock. And I've heard this guy. This is Tim Lynch. He's out of Clarksville and he's got ties to West Kentucky as well. And he's awesome.
Tim Lynch is awesome. And the first time we saw Tim Lynch was, I can't remember how many years ago it was, but he showed up for the talent contest. I mean, it had to have been 10 years ago at least. He showed up for the talent contest, and from the moment he walked up to sign up, I was like, this guy is cool.
Yeah.
And he was just fun to be around, great. And then when he got on stage, he's not only a wonderful performer, but he's an excellent songwriter. And he just blew us away. And it was maybe just 2 years after that, we gave him a slot as a regular performer. He had impressed us so much during the talent contest. And I'm a big Tim Lynch fan. I know he plays locally. He plays at some local establishments. And then he also plays all around Clarksville, Nashville. My husband and I actually went to Clarksville one night a couple summers ago to watch him just because he's a great guy. He's lots of fun, and I know he has a lot of local fans, so we're going to kick it off right with Tim Lynch on Friday night.
I think that's a good start. And then another, just an incredible voice with Miranda Louise, and she's been here several times, but just what a voice and talent she is.
She is a fantastic blues singer, and if you really want to hear the blues, then Miranda Louise at 7 o'clock on Friday night. And another person who, when she came to the festival, I can't remember, she was here 3 or 4 years ago, but she came up from Nashville with her band, and she came and got settled in and kind of checked out what was going on, and then she went and wanted some quiet time to write. So she went and found like a corner and just sat there and was inspired by the atmosphere and just was writing music. So
that's cool.
And we try to provide an awesome atmosphere for the performers and for the audience members and for the community as a whole. And Miranda and Alonzo collaborate quite a bit. And
that leads right into him at 9 o'clock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll kind of go back and forth a little bit. And Alonzo Pennington Band takes the stage to close out the show Friday night. He's a Pennington. I mean, it's the Pennington
Festival. What else can you say?
But Alonzo he's just released a new album.
I saw that.
Alonzo has a huge following, not only locally, but across the region, really across the country.
Yeah.
And as the son of Eddie Pennington, who is a world-renowned thumb-picking guitarist, Alonzo is the same. He's a great thumb picker, has been honored as Thumb Picker of the Year before, and but he also is a blues, rock. I mean, Alonzo can do pretty much
He's
anything.
a player, man.
He
He's just a
is.
soulful player.
And he always puts on a good show, and he always has some really amazing musicians playing with him. So I'm not sure who all's going to be in the band yet that night.
It's always good, though, whoever it is.
It is always good. I mean, some years he might do a little solo set for a little bit and then bring up 10 horn players.
That's what's fun.
It is. And we try to keep things very organized and on schedule, but we also
Have some flexibility there, don't
we have
you?
some flexibility, plenty of jamming going on, and that's another good thing. When we invite performers, then it's usually people who Eddie and Alonzo have either played with, they know they're musicians who they respect, and so you're going to see like the highest quality performers take the stage. And that also translates into a lot of special guests coming up and playing during different people's
Right.
sets. So
Right.
Friday night is going to be blues, rock, dancing. So bring your chairs, plan to get up and move
Bring your
around.
dancing shoes.
And bring your dancing shoes, yes.
A great night, Stacey. That you fantastic job by you and the committee. I've been on that committee and worked with you all, and this is a fantastic lineup. I'm excited.
It is, and that's all Eddie and Alonzo who picked all the bands and got it going. I just take care of I make sure they have a hotel to sleep in and a porta potty to use.
Yeah, I know you. I know you put in a lot of work here. Let's talk about Saturday then, as the train comes through. As we hear it, we need our harps going. We need some harmonicas, man. But anyway, we'll just keep on rolling here with the train. Keeps it rolling. Let's talk about Saturday, and it all kicks off with the sign-ups and the talent contest. And tell us about how that works a little bit, and let's talk about that.
On Saturday morning, June 3rd, we will start at 10 o'clock on the Butler Lawn. We'll be set up right next to the stage with talent contest sign-ups. The talent contest is open to performers of all ages. We just ask that you be an amateur performer and not a professional musician who comes in. Everybody competes against each other. We have had 3-year-olds up to 90-year-olds competing.
Yeah.
We don't break them into age groups. It's just everybody gets up there, perform one song. We ask that performers, you can either accompany yourself, bring an accompanist, or you can perform a cappella if you're a vocalist. We don't allow pre-recorded or canned music. You can't bring a tape and sing along to it. But other than that, as long as you're offering a musical performance, whether that be a soloist singing, a solo instrumentalist playing guitar, fiddle, we've had a classical piano player before, or you can be a full band. It's just, if you're a musician who wants to give it a shot, get up on the big stage. We have a wonderful.
What about a kazoo?
You know what?
I think that'd be cool.
We have sing kazoos, but I'm thinking, I don't know that we had a kazoo during the talent contest, but we did have a band one year that most of their songs featured a kazoo, which was awesome. We've also had bands who have tuba players in them, and we have had people play the spoons before.
Oh yeah. What about the old jaw harp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we've had that. But we were talking before we went on air, we've never had an accordion player that I can remember, and I'd really like to see an accordion player this year.
I wonder where there is an accordion player around here.
I think you know an accordion player.
I don't know.
But the talent contest, like I was saying about Tim Lynch, we discovered Tim Lynch. Other people discovered Tim Lynch. But it gives people an opportunity to get up there, work with our great stage and sound crew. Little River Sound and Stage from Hopkinsville comes and does
They do
our
a fantastic job as well.
They do, and that's one thing I tell all of our performers when we're working out all the details. We are a committee of volunteers who puts this on. The festival is totally supported by donations from the community who just want to put on a great community event. So we're all volunteers chipping in, except when it comes to our sound crew. They're the pros, and they make everybody sound good. And some of the bigger performers we've had, like Rhonda Vincent, Gene Watson, they have all gone on and on
They brag about the sound, don't
how
they?
wonderful the sound is. And Butch Hardison and his crew give the exact same attention to children who get up to sing in the talent contest as they do to these big bands. So it's a great opportunity just to get up there and see what that's like.
It's pressure to be a sound person, really, if you think about it. It's a lot of pressure.
It is pressure to be a sound person because
Yeah.
there's a lot of chords that people could trip over.
Yeah.
A lot of things could go wrong, and it doesn't. They keep it going.
They do a fantastic job.
So the talent contest, we ask people just to show up. We don't take sign-ups beforehand. The time that you sign up is on Saturday morning, June 3rd, between 10 and 11. It costs $10 to enter, but that $10 entry fee goes back into supporting the festival and supporting the Princeton Art Guild, which supports the arts in the community. 10 to 11, you can sign up, and then the contest will start at 11 a.m., and we'll go until we're finished. I mean, we never know how many people will be there, so it just depends on how many performers we have. The top 5 performers will be asked to come back on the stage and perform a separate song. So you need to have 2 songs prepared, and then we will award prizes. The top 3 receive cash prizes, and then 4th and 5th place will receive a festival T-shirt.
Awesome. What a fun. I'm going to go through Saturday lineup and just get to the headliner as well. Of course, you've got a lot of stuff here after the town show. You can briefly touch on these because a lot of the names are known. Some are not known. You mentioned the ones Alonzo had brought from Paducah, but of course you got, is it Haley Martin from Paducah?
Haley Martin is one of the, this is her first time on the stage,
Right.
and she's a singer-songwriter who Alonzo has picked, and we're really excited to welcome her this year.
And, of course, you've got blues mainstay all over the place, Lujaton 61 South. They put on a great show.
They do.
Yeah.
It's been, and Lujaton has been like a huge supporter of this festival since it started in 1997. And I can't remember, I know he played either 98, 99. It's been a long time since Lujaton's
But he was
been
in
here.
the early years of this festival.
Yes,
He was here.
I mean, he came, him and the band came and, put on a great show and always have done everything they could to just promote our festival and support it. So we had to have Lujaton back this year.
And Lou's well known. He plays lots of festivals around the South. I mean, he's a legit blues man.
I know.
There's no doubt about it.
And for people who used to watch him on the news, I mean, this is a great chance to see Lujaton in a different light. But he is insanely talented and just puts on the greatest show. What I remember about his performance is typically he wanders down into the crowd and plays throughout the crowd. So that's always fun. So
yeah, well, he's awesome. Great to have him. And tell us a bit about Stephen Green. He's from Murray.
Mm-hmm. Stephen Green is another singer-songwriter who is one of the 2 new performers this year, and Alonzo is bringing Stephen in, and we're really excited to see what he has to offer. And Stephen and Haley and Lujaton, they're going to be earlier in the day.
Go ahead.
And then I'm very excited about at 4 o'clock, we have All Nations House of Prayer. Last year, this is a church in Hopkinsville. This is their praise band and choir. Last year we had them come, and unfortunately it rained, and we had to move the festival indoors. And we were inside during their performance in the Butler Gym. And their sound filled that gym and just poured out into the street. And the whole time I was sitting there thinking, like, this would be so awesome if they were outside on the big stage. Right. It was one of the most phenomenal performances I've ever seen. It was just, I can't tell you how much they affected the crowd. So we have to have them back again so that more people can see them and experience them. And it's just, man, they're good. They're crazy good.
They are, yeah. I mean, and then, of course, at 5 o'clock, it is festival namesake and world-renowned thumb picker, Eddie and Friends.
Eddie Pennington typically takes the stage around 5 on Saturday. We always take that time. We usually pause. Eddie likes to honor our local veterans, or the veterans who are in the audience that day. Will sing the national anthem, and then he will get going performing. Eddie always has friends. He has plenty of friends who come and spend the weekend at the festival. Thumb pickers like Paul Mosley, who is a wonderful musician. And Eddie has a musical family. I mean, Alonzo plus his daughter Rosebud and his grandson Caleb Coots, and Alonzo's daughter Vaughn, who I can't remember if Vaughn's 3 or if she's already turned 4. But last year Vaughn got up and sang. So during Eddie's set, you usually see lots of family.
True
and
family
friends.
affair, isn't it?
Yeah, and the thing is, we have more people who contact us from around the country who are just excited to be able to see Eddie Pennington play for free. I don't know that we don't always know what a treasure he is because we're used to seeing him around town, and he lives right here in Princeton. But Eddie is a big deal, and that's why we're able to get these performers who we get because they all have such respect for Eddie and just want to be a part of his festival. So we're looking forward to Eddie's performance always.
And then at 6:30, you've got Will Maring and Robert Bowling, who are a bluegrass duo. Is that correct?
They are bluegrass,
Folk,
folk.
yeah,
Will and Robert. Eddie is a huge fan of Will, and we had them last year too.
Okay.
And the crowd was down because of the rain, and we were inside when they came. But we wanted to bring them back so that more people would get a chance to hear them. And Will is not only an amazing singer-songwriter who has toured all over the world. Will is a female.
Okay.
Yeah, her name's Lillian, but she goes by Will. Will is also a really amazing artist, and last year she brought some of her art too. So when our performers come off the stage, we have a meet and greet area so that everybody has a chance to go up and talk to the performers, get autographs, purchase any merchandise they might have, and we'll have a lot of her art on hand so that they're really, really good.
That is really cool. And that's what's, I think, been most impressive about our festival. The artists that come in are very accommodating to the audience. And you know, that's a big part of who you all have here. It's an important part because they mingle. And I remember Ronnie Stolman a few years ago was just, you know, hanging out with people, hugging people. My dad fell in love with her, I think, you know.
That is one thing that I think sets us apart is a lot of times you might go to a music festival and you get to see people perform on the stage and you clap and, yay, that was great. At our festival, we make sure that all of our performers know that part of what we are about is them interacting with the crowd. So everybody gets a chance to meet them, greet them. That's why we enjoy nice people, and all of our performers are very kind and grateful for every person they get to meet. And I remember years ago, Bobby Bear, that poor man, I think he sat there for 3 hours signing autographs.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to make sure everybody had a chance.
And a very popular artist, no
Yes,
doubt. Yeah,
yes,
I mean,
so
people, he's classic.
He is.
Well, let's take a quick break, and we've got a little bit more time here, and we'll take a quick little break, and we'll come back, and we'll talk about this year's awesome headliner who's been here before as well.
Yes, he
we'll
has.
take about a few-minute break. We'll listen to some music, as a matter of fact, and just everybody hang on, and we'll come back and talk about that.